Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you all had a great weekend, and I hope everybody has a great week going forward. We're going to go ahead and continue with the next in this weekly Shonen Jump, and that is Bleach. So it was Naruto, it was World Trigger, and now it's Bleach coming up. And no One Piece this week, so the last one is going to be Toriko. Okay, and so we continue with the story, and Ichigo's remembering. He's like, yeah, there were no lies. And we see there the memories of the flashbacks from everything from when he first got his superpowers, from um, when he got his superpowers back with the training ground and underneath Urahawa shop, and it's just everything from the beginning. And he goes on to say, not in his words, not in yours either. You used a Quincy's shadow to help me, okay? You used a Quincy's blood to stop mine. You lent me the power of a Quincy to help me become stronger. And in those pictures there, you see where he's obviously used the shadow to help him, and also with the first use of Blue Vein that we saw. Well, actually, the first and the second time he actually used Blue Vein. The first time Ichigo actually used it himself when Yawa. I'm gonna just go how it's spelled from now on. Yawa tried to basically cut his head off with that sword. I mean, yeah, that would have been a fatal blow. Well, or at least it'd have been something they could have brought him back from, obviously some kind of way, because they were going to take him back there and brainwash him and what have you. And also to the time where goes back to when his first fight against Kenpachi, and that's how he stopped the bleeding, and also gave him his power as well, in order to help him beat Kenpachi in that first fight. So we go on, and it's like he's like Zangetsu, and Ichigo is falling down. He's on his back, he's falling down, just like it's kind of like like if you were dreaming, or you're just in thoughts, or like if you were laying on a hill, kind of like on a grassy hill, looking at clouds and just thinking. That's basically what he's doing, but he's falling down while he's thinking this. He said, "I don't care who you are. You'll probably say that I'm wrong, but in that guy, both are Zangetsu." He said, "Okay, you and that guy are both Zangetsu." And obviously the picture of the his Quincy power side and his Hollow power side, which also has his Shinigami power, because they're intertwined in the one. The Hollow Ichigo is both his Hollow and his Shinigami powers. And what he's saying is that both of you are Zangetsu. He said, "Hey, is that all right, Zangetsu?" As he stands up, as he stands up, and you see his inner world. The buildings went from crumbling to now they're brand spanking new. They're freshly constructed. They're solid. They're shiny now. So his inner world is definitely in where it needs to be from here on out. This is where his inner world needs to be, because the battles are going to be tough. The enemy, yeah, they're just going to be tough. So this is where his inner world needs to be. And what we see here is the the completion of the forging process. We see the Oetsu, and he's looking, and we see all of the flames, and Ichigo sticks both his hands in, and they're looking. He's like, in the sword, the rest of the members of the Sword Five, one of them was like, "Are you crazy? Your hands." What? She was like, it's all good, right? Go Ichi. I was just thinking it'd be complete once your soul your soul's been put into it. Go on, pull it out, Go Ichi. That is your Zanpakuto. And we see here Ichigo pulls out the Zanpakuto in the water. Yeah, this is we see a bunch of big panel scenes here with this process complete, and all of the water is going now. We get a view from eye level, and we get one from above. We get every angle necessary to see that, and which is important because what they're noting here is that the water is gone. Have you ever seen anything like this? And the littlest one, she's like, hell no. And what a wetsuit goes on to say is that the sea dried up from the heat and spiritual pressure in order to cool the soul of the sword. What do you think? Or actually, it's what do you think, Go Ichi? You think you can get along with? Okay. And we're going to the next page, which is one. This is very nice. Your Zanpakutos. Okay, and yes, Ichigo has two Zanpakutos, as everybody already knows. But from what I want to add to this is that having the best scan, and what is very clear to me now, which I did want to wait for my scan, because obviously it's like I say, it's just the best. It's the best quality. Looking at both of the Zanpakuto, yes, the smaller one does fit into the larger Zanpakuto slot. It will slide in. I'm looking at it now just from this panel right here. That's what it's designed to do. Now, what function? Obviously, everybody, you can just go ahead and speculate. That's what everybody's going to do anyway. As to the functions of that, perhaps for the induction of Bankai or a move, but yes, the Quincy side does fit into the Hollow slash Shinigami side of which is the larger sword. It does fit into that. And we also note that his form, he's back in Shikai now, so his powers are complete. He's not in Bankai anymore, and his hands don't have the Fullbringer marks on them, but they're still on his feet and around his neck. And we see the new Zanpakuto, and you see there the left represents the shorter one, which is his Quincy power, and the right is his Shinigami and his Soul Reaper powers. And what you see there, everybody loves him. However you call him, Holly Ichigo, whatever. But yeah, he's a favorite, and we see Ichigo thinking, and he goes on to say that Zangetsu, I won't ask for your help anymore. I won't tell you to stay out of my way either, nor will I ask you guys to fight with me. Okay. Now, if I'm pretty sure that when he said that in this last one right here, that nor will I ask you guys to fight with me, that was during the training for Mugetsu, the learning the final Getsuga Tensho, and that's where Tensa Zangetsu and his Hollow power merged into one. Well, his Hollow slash Shinigami, they all merged into one, and so that's what that's in reference to. And also when he's saying I won't tell you to stay out of my way either, for that's the Hollow, everything Hollow related, which it's caused so much conflict and turmoil for him in his inner world, in which it caused his inner world to be in shambles a great deal, just because he simply didn't have all the facts and did not know that what he thought was something that was bad and trying to take over and control him actually just wanted to protect and save his life. Okay, and obviously the first one is a reference to when I won't ask for your help anymore, and when him and his Quincy power helped assisted him and his Quincy power obviously used some of his Shinigami powers as well to, beat Kenpachi. And he goes on to say that I will fight on my own. Thank you, Zangetsu. And this is Bleach 542. And the title of this, before the title, he says, "Thank you, Zangetsu." Excuse me, hold on. Yeah, thank you, Zangetsu. You are me. And the title of this chapter is "The Blade is Me." So when he says that he's no longer going to fight, he's not going to ask for help, he's not going to tell you don't get in the way, he's not going to, do it as one. He's like, hey, you are me. So I'm going to do this on my own. We're all one. The blade is me, and yeah, so that definitely signifies something right there with Ichigo going forward and how he's going to not only from the I'm wondering, and other people have wondered, does he now have the full knowledge of his Zanpakuto, or does he have to go back and does he have to go back into his inner world with Jinxing and learn new, or does he have the knowledge now? That's something we're definitely going to have to find out in the chapters to come. And so we go on to the next page, which is a different scene. We go back to the Ice Palace. Where the Quincy are. This is the Ice Palace. Okay, this is the Ice Palace. And they're saying, raise your crosses. And and salute His Majesty Yewa. So we have Yewa here. He's like, you're all here, Stern Ritter. I have some news to share with you. And that right there is the end of the chapter. Okay, so going to the Ice Palace here. So I'm assuming that it's going to pick up in the Ice Palace with the news that Yewa has for them. Mr. Bach. I think I'll just call him Mr. Bach to, cause yeah, it's just, it's easier that way. And right, we see our little Stern with her, and we only see like two rows, right? But I'm pretty sure there's like at least four or however many rows of Stern Ritter there are, and I'm assuming that this news is going to be of a new comrade in arms. And for Mr. Uryu Ishida, that's what I'm assuming. We're just going to have to wait and see. And we're also going to, like I said, we're going to have to wait and see how Ichigo not only goes in the Bankai and what his Bankai is going to be, also whether he has the knowledge already, because with him accepting everybody and he's like, hey, you're both my power, we are one. With him being one now with his sword, that's my main question. Does he already have the knowledge, or does he have to go back in and use Jinxing? And also, what's different about his Zanpakuto and this one, besides there being dual, no chain. I didn't see anybody else note that, but there's no longer any chain on his Zanpakuto, at least in Shikai form. There may be one in Bankai, but maybe this signifies, like I said, because I'm wondering if he has the full mastery of it now, and I heard people speculating that he's going to have to learn how to go back into Bankai. He's going to train again. But like I said, with the acceptance of everything, his inner world being in perfect condition, I'm believing that maybe he already has the knowledge, and that I'm also expecting his form to change once again once he does go into Bankai. Like I said, whether that means still two Zanpakutos or one, everybody's going to find out that they're around the same time. So I'm looking forward to where the story is going, and it's definitely picking up. And I'm going to just go ahead and end it here. That's basically it. Have a good day and take care.